Prioritising your reading. Effective reading is a key skill required at university. However, many students feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume and choice of text that they are offered. If you learn how to make appropriate choices and prioritise your reading, you will save yourself a great deal of time and improve your learning. This 2-minute tutorial looks at a number of simple techniques and reflective questions you can use to help you develop these skills. Again, Study Skills for Health and Social Care students provides information, advice and techniques on a range of skills you can use at university and on placement to gain the most from your reading. So, thinking about reading. Your tutor will usually provide a reading list. The reading list offers you an overview of the topic or subject area and gives you the opportunity to read around the subject. The reading list is written in such a way as to attempt to meet the needs of all students, from those who already possess some understanding to those for whom the information is completely new. Your tutor will also include books about the same subject by different authors because they are aware that there will be a limited availability of books in the Learning Centre. Many students assume that they are expected to read every book on the list. As you can see, this is far from the case. For one thing, you will not have the time. You therefore need to be selective and make a number of choices. The starting point is to ask yourself a series of questions. Firstly, you might want to think, what would be a reasonable number of texts to read given the time that you have available? How much do you already know about the topic? Why are you reading? Are you reading to gain an overview of the subject area, or are you looking for something more specific? Has your tutor offered you any clues as to which books might be of particular use? For example, an annotated reading list, or essential reading, books that are asterisked. Again, the key here is to be organised. So before you choose your books, use the above questions to help you make a number of decisions. For example, which texts are essential reading? Which texts are relevant but not essential? Which would be nice to read but not relevant? Which would offer you an overview? Which might help you to focus and build an argument? Once you've decided this, you need to think about ways to make the most of your time. Most learning centres have electronic catalogues that you can use this to check the catalogue for the reference number of the text, or find journals or e-books online. If you can do this before going into the learning centre, then this will enable you to go straight to the reference. Once you're in the learning centre, you then need to locate the texts. But again, before you decide to take everything out on the reading list, spend time looking at the books. Check out the contents page and the index pages to see if your topic is referred to by name in there. Then look at the date of publication. Is it quite recent or is it very old? There's nothing wrong with using older texts, but you need to be aware that some ideas or some thinking might have significantly changed, and it's important to ensure that you balance these references with a sufficient number of up-to-date texts. Look at the author. Are they well known in the field? The place of publication. Does that matter in terms of terminology used, for example the units of measurement? And the edition number. The first, second, third edition. An edition is basically a rewrite of the text, so more up-to-date editions will contain more up-to-date information. Is it readable, and is it written in a style you understand? Remember, it's far preferable to start with a few very well-chosen texts rather than taking out as many books as possible, ending up feeling overwhelmed and not reading anything. After you've looked at the books and worked from them, spend a little bit of time reviewing your reading. Was one text more helpful from the others? If so, in what ways? How did you locate that book? Does that tell you anything about your reading? Enjoy.